Hi Virgos, welcome to April. Yeah, Mercury retrograde. That was just something very interesting, wasn't it? I hope you guys made it out okay, and I hope there were some lessons learned, some good lessons learned, and maybe purging of some things that are no longer working for you, and moving into April with something better and more positive attitude. But so I'm gonna pull, not gonna do clarifiers this month. All I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. But I will still do the oracle cards. So let's see, Virgos, what is in store for you for the month of April? Okay. So we're starting off with being a little bit confused, being a little bit, kind of really not knowing what path to take, needing a little bit of clarity. And I think this is due to probably the Mercury retrograde in its shadow time. So officially, yeah, Mercury retrograde ends on March 28th, but the shadow period is not till April 5th. So you're really up until like that first day in the first weekend of April, you're still gonna have like that little mental fog of not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do, what decision to make, being a little bit confused about a certain situation, about maybe a relationship, about a job, an interview, an offer that you've had. So starting off the month with a little bit of confusion, with a little bit of fog, and then as the week progresses, you're gonna have, there's some sort of a cooperation, there's some sort of thing regarding legal work I'm picking up. Maybe you're like waiting on something. Wow, you have two aces in reversed. So I feel like with the Hierophant in between these two, I think it's more about for you guys that you really kind of need some mental clarity. You need to make a decision about a relationship, really where to go. And then the Hierophant use sometimes, to me, it's also the marriage card too, something to do with legal work, something to do with the contracts. So, and we're having with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, it really tells me that a lot of you are probably really debating whether you should stay in the relationship or not, whether you should break it off officially with a partner, and maybe move forward, because there seems to be some sort of a disconnect. There seems to be a lack of passion, lack of emotions, and it's almost like instead of something building you up, it's draining you, and you keep thinking about it. It could also be that maybe the pressure of making a contract is making you feel that way. So if you're really debating, if it's work related, if you're really right now in a position where you have to sign a contract, and then the whole pressure of, are the terms right? Am I doing it right? Did I stipulate everything I needed to stipulate in the contract? All of that is really coming through in that first week of April. But also in the first week of April, we have Mars Gemini, which is a kind of a very scattered but very intense energy. So you want to do a lot of things all at the same time. You want to be everywhere, like your focus is a bit scattered. So no wonder that we have two aces in reversed. And you know, with the Hierophant too, it's about responsibilities. So maybe it's just because your mind is running in so many different places and you're trying to multitask, maybe certain responsibilities, day-to-day stuff, routine stuff is not really taken care of. But at the end of that first week, we have new moon in Aries, which is a really beautiful moon. I think it's, especially that it's in Aries, it's something that activates things. So it's really, it's almost like when you plant that seed in spring, the Aries part of it, it's almost giving it that extra push. It's like when you fertilize the soil with really good nutrients, that's exactly what this new moon in Aries is going to do. It's almost going to like propel whatever your intentions are and make them realize much quicker. So if you really like to do intention work, please do that on April 5th and really set intentions and grow them and nurture them. And you see that the efforts you put in, you're going to see the benefits of it really quickly. And what did I say? You're going to see the benefits really quickly. This is somebody that is very financially very stable, somebody that knows who she is or who he is, somebody that's very confident, comfortable with who they are. They don't lack anything. Their mindset is always about abundance and positivity, and somebody that always is looking for to grow and also for that stability. So that's really, really good coming out of that first period of the month and into kind of the second part of the month. You have this beautiful Nine of Pentacles. And for some of you too, this also might mean, like for some of you that are in relationships that will decide to get a divorce or break the relationship, this tells me that you're going to be single. But you're going to enjoy it. You're not going to be sad about it. You're not going to be dwelling on the negative. You're not going to be dwelling, oh my God, did I make the right choice? I think you will. I think you will realize that you did, because being single, it makes you feel much better. It makes you, gives you that power back that you probably lost in that relationship. So, and then for others of you that it's not relationship related, but it's more contract or work or job related, this tells me that stepping into that second part of the month, you're going to feel really empowered. You're going to have something really to be happy about, and something that you're going to see the benefits of something that you've been working on, which is really, really great. Now, the next two cards, we have the Three of Wands in reverse with the Sun in reversed. This coming after the Nine of Pentacles, I feel it's almost like you're going to be overworked. I feel like there's going to be a lot of trying to get to this place, trying to get where, like, finding the stability after having this place of like fog and really not knowing what to do, and finally getting to a nice footing. I feel like it's going to be a moment of like almost when you take a deep breath and you sigh and you get to relax. But this is not going to be the time to do so. I think this is going to be a time where you push to get really things done. Especially that we have in the second part of the month, we have Mercury enters Aries, which Mercury is being the planet of communication, and Aries being the fire sign. This is a really good time to really be, go, pushing what you want. Really go for what you want, because with the Sun in reverse and with the Three of in reverse, it tells me that you almost, it's going to come a point for some of you that you might want to give up, that you might find that it's too hard, that you might find that it's too difficult, that you don't want to be single anymore, or maybe like by giving up that relationship you found yourself like in a position of where for a little bit you felt really good, but then you kind of going back of like, well, what now? So I think for some of you that will not, after that phase of, really enjoying that freedom that you feel after getting out of a relationship that wasn't working for you, you're going to get into this mental state where it's like, well, what now? Where am I heading now? What do I do now? And for some of you, that's going to be a really, really intense time. And it might really make you feel depressed. It might make you feel like, like you don't have a lot of options. But that is not so. The Sun with the Three of Wands, they usually invite you to really think about, well, what's possible? What is there out for me? What else am I not seeing? So it's not that you're gonna get the reversals, the meaning of these cards in reverse, but it's more like inviting you to really dwell on and really think about what is making you happy. What are the plans that you want to put? What are the seeds you want to plant? What is that you want to achieve? What is that you want to? What are you moving towards? And then getting out of that relationship that was stagnant, that wasn't working for you, that was blocking your growth. You actually finally realize that you have a lot of potential with the Nine of Pentacles. You have a lot of potential, but then you kind of get lost in the, well, what do I do with it? Like, do I really? You're going to be doubting yourself too, but don't do that. Please don't do that, because you have a lot to offer. And it's actually really, really exciting to look forward to the future, and then what the future holds and what the possibilities are. So in that second part of the month, really make a decision on what you want. Make a decision of how you want to go about it, and then just do it. You know, because with the sun in reversed, right, it's like feeling unhappy, something is not going for us. Maybe for some of you it's like issues with children too. With some of you maybe issues with health. So you might have like some disagreements with children or younger people. But in any case, with the sun in reverse, really it's like think about what makes you happy. What makes you really spark and light up, and then try to incorporate those things in your day-to-day life if possible. Okay, so let's see what the end of the month holds for you. We have the Seven of Wands in reversed, Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. I love that we're finishing up with the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse to crown the reading. So at the end of the month, with the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like, you know, it's you continue the work that you were doing in the middle of the month, where you are let me move this. So, no. So I'm sorry. So in the middle of the month, you're going to be continuing the work. At the end of the month, you're going to be continuing the work that you've been doing here, like the planning stages of really like thinking deep of what is that you want, what is that makes you happy, what does beauty mean to you, and how do you incorporate beauty into your life, and how can you nurture yourself, and how can you give yourself those things. So with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's almost like you're done fighting, you're done battling with those negative thoughts, and you really finally get into a state of either, so for some, this is different things that might happen. For some of you, it's a matter of like finally finding your boundaries, where they stand and where you stand on certain things, and then letting your guard down, almost like. And then for others of you, it's more of an invitation to really think about where those efforts are being put. You know, are you not putting enough boundaries? So it's like, it's almost like a reversed message. For some of you that will be doing the work of like really thinking about the future, really thinking about what makes them happy, maybe making a 5-year plan, which Virgos you really like to do. And then really asking, well, what now? And then really getting excited about what now, versus being, you know, like feeling heavy about it. For those of you that are going to feel very excited about it, or like empowered about it, this is going to be a time where you're going to let your guard down, and you're going to let the universe help you, and you let the universe be there for you, and then bring the things that you want, because you already made a decision on what is that you want. Now for others of you, it's almost, with this card, it makes me think that you really have to keep pushing. You really have to really get clear on what is that you want. If something is not working for you, really let it go. And with these two, it's like keep working on the boundaries that you set, keep working on being vulnerable, and being open to other things. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, this is, in a way, it's a beautiful card, because and when it's an upright position, it's somebody that's working on the skill to really be mastering that, whatever that is for them. But when it's in reversed, I feel like it's you being open to something new. You're being open to discover something new about yourself, and being open to maybe seeing other skills that you have and other options that you have that you might have missed because you weren't thinking about, well, what now, or what the future holds for me. Being excited about what is that actually you want, and not somebody else telling you what you want. So this is kind of beautiful. And then at the end of the month, you're going to feel like the Queen of Wands. You're going to be in your power. I really like this spread for you, Virgos, because We have two really powerful cards here for me that really speak about confidence, that really speak about finding your voice, finding your power, finding your strengths, and really working towards that, and not taking anything that's less than you deserve. And with the Page of Pentacles, you will have offers, but some of them, if you really stick to your power and stick to your voice and stick to your gut, you're really going to be able to let go of things that are not working for you, of things that are not, or if some of you are being offered jobs or going out for interview, you're going to be able to see through and filter out those jobs that not in the long term are not going to be good for you. When it comes to relationships, I think it's going to be a really important month for you, Virgos, because there's going to be some reassessing done, especially in that first part of the month with the 2 aces in reverse. It's almost like you want to move forward, but you kind of like going back and forth with yourself of like, do I do it, do I not do it, and kind of in a way being scared of what's next, what's to come. Well, if I leave, well, where am I going to go, what am I going to do, right? But really, it's all up to you to change that mindset, because at the end of the month, once you find that strength in you to really believe in yourself and to really let go of fears, to really let go of trying to prove something to somebody that you're worth it or whatever the case might be, and then really being open to finding new things about yourself versus like really pushing on to like that same old, right? Then you will find that you have so much more to give, and something that is less than you deserve is going to be dropping. You're going to be able to see through that, and you're going to be able to filter through it. So, really the message for this month for you is really see through, be strong, and really, we also let your guard down and be open, but at the same time, get excited about what's next. Think about what's next, and really plant the seeds, because now really is the time to plant the seed. And also we're at the end of the month, mid to end of the month, we have 3 major planets going retrograde. We have Jupiter going retrograde in Sagittarius until August 11th. We have Pluto going retrograde until October, and then we have Saturn retrograde until September. So, all of these planets are a planet of luck and growth and expansions and abundance, but also the opposite of that, or restriction. It could also be restriction. With Pluto, the planet of bringing things out from the deep down into to the surface, and then with Saturn, the planet of structure and rules and regulations and foundations. This is really good month for you to really address all of those topics, and then it really is coming through here for you, Virgo. And I'm really, really loving it. And also, another thing to mention here is that we have Aries really is the beginning of the new year, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So really now we are beginning a new year. So how do you want to go about it? Do you want to dwell on the past? Do you want to give that power that you have to others and let others tell you what your worth is? Or are you going to be empowered and really turn the sun upside up? What is that you're going to choose? And it's all up to you, Virgo. And to end this reading, I'm going to pull an oracle card for each of these rows to just give you some extra insight. Let's see. So here we have confusion and misunderstood. Well, do I need to say any more? So really that first week is going to be a doozy for you. It's going to be like once you're out of it, it's like, what just happened feeling, right? But just go with it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Really be gentle and kind with yourself and patient too, and double check everything. Double check, triple check. Do not assume anything. Be really diligent about if there's something that you don't know, or if something that you think you might have misunderstood, ask the question and then just confirm. Because once we get into these places of like, oh, I'm assuming, or I think that's what they said, but you're not sure, you know, then a lot of things can like spiral out of that. So yeah, it's funny we have two alligators, huh? Emotion and healing. It's beautiful. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Healing and emotion. So really let yourself feel with, so with the sun and then the 3, it's really going deep, really digging deep and really finding those things of like what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you spark, and really trying to heal yourself from all of this that's been happening, from all of that negativity and from all those blockages that you had, you know, because you're moving into a new year, so do it right, you know. And I love this. Flamingo, you have romance and love. You know, I think this is more about self-love, really, not necessarily for like romance, because I honestly don't see a lot of, for you that are single, I don't see a lot of cards that would tell me that you will find the one or that you will be in a relationship. It's more really assessing your own worth this month. Like, what is that you're worth? What is that you're going to stand for? Where your boundaries are? How much can you handle? What is your standard? What is that you're not going to accept? Where do you draw the line? But also, like, what is beauty to you? And then how do you bring that into your life? You know, because we can't expect other people to do that for us. You know, we have to be the ones that are showing that to ourselves, and then the universe shows it back to us. So really be kind and gentle to yourself, and really discover who you are and let your worth shine. Let the best parts of you shine, and even the bad ones, let them come out, because you get a chance to heal those parts and really get a chance to address them. But really, this month is a lot of reassessing for you and really looking into what is next. What's next for you? So Virgos, I leave you with that. I wish you a great month in April, and I'll see you in May. Okay, bye.